Oh, y'all, can I tell y'all the truth? You want to know one of the biggest ways I have held myself back? It has been from holding on to people because I love them, because I believe in them, even because of history. But it has really been to my downfall in the past. I always found myself in a position where I could do something for others. I could be an asset for others. But in the way I needed people to be an asset to me, they were not that. Not to say that they didn't try to give me things, some of them, or that they didn't try to be helpful or encouraging, but they weren't. There were times when I went to people for encouragement or because I was dealing with something hard, and I was met with very, very harsh feedback. I was met as if I had done something wrong when I was coming to them for love and care for what wrong had been done to me. And I've just been looking at all of these experiences that I've had with people, and I'm not putting the blame on them. They are who they are. I just looked at it as this is the thing that has not worked for me. And so what I have decided to do differently this year is to let that go. I still love people. I'm not even necessarily putting people out of my life, but the time and energy and availability that I've given to things and people in the past, I no longer can offer that. And this is just me thinking about what's best for me, which again is so new because ever since I can remember, I've lived in a way of thinking about what's best for other people. And even if there was something that was best for me, if I felt like it would hurt that person's feeling, if I felt like they wouldn't understand or they would feel left out or they would feel some kind of way, I would cast off what I needed on their behalf. I would tell myself, like, it's okay, I don't really need that, I'll be good. Just so that they wouldn't feel any kind of way, so that they wouldn't feel less important, so that they wouldn't feel left out. I left myself out. I affirmed the deep-seated feeling of that my feelings didn't matter by putting them to the side for other people. I don't owe anybody an outcome from my life. They owe it to themselves to pursue and to get the outcomes they want for themselves. Just like they don't owe me what's best for me. I owe it to myself to align with the things, the people, the places that benefit, support, and are assets to who I am and to who I am becoming. And so I just thought I'd share this for those who found themselves having this in common. It doesn't make people bad people. I learned this a long time ago from a therapist. She said, Tia, they don't have to be a bad person to not be the best person for you. While I was in therapy, I was talking through some things that I had gone through over the years. And before I would tell her what the person did or said, I would keep prefacing it by saying, but they're not a bad person, they're not a bad person. And I know they didn't mean to, and I know. And she said, you don't have to keep saying that. She said, they don't have to be a bad person to not be the best person for you. And I've just now gotten to the point where I've given myself permission to not feel bad about that. I never wanted people to feel like they didn't matter, that they weren't important. And that's why I lied about how beneficial they were to me. Because I wanted them to feel special, and I wanted them to feel needed, and I wanted them to feel irreplaceable. But the truth is, a lot of the things that I had held on that pedestal, a lot of the things that I had made think were irreplaceable were very replaceable. They were not as beneficial to me. They were special within themselves, but not what I needed to thrive and to be happy in the relationships and in the places that I was in. So people don't have to be bad people to not be the best people for you. They don't. But once you start paying attention to that, paying attention to your needs, the needs you have as a friend, the needs you have as someone who's looking for a romantic partner, the needs you have as a sister, a brother, a niece, a nephew. You got to look at that and say, or see, are those needs being met? And can this person meet those needs? I remember young Lil Von Zant said, it's unloving to ask or require a person to do something they cannot do. And so I release those people, which is why I'm not blaming them for not being able to do or to show up in the ways that I would need them to do in my life. But it is also not loving to myself to pretend or to act like they can do that when I know that they can't, or to push down my needs for those things just because they can't. I will no longer do either of the two.